Hello, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. It's about 46. If your cars are outside, you probably need a couple extra minutes this morning.
Yeah, I actually had the SUV outside. I brought the SUV in. It was parked outside. It was freezing, but I turned it on, had to warm it up, and I had a little bit of frost, not a whole lot, but this was back at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so it's still kind of thickening up and picking up there, and sometimes it's tough to scrape off, especially when it's kind of that thin layer of frost.
Yeah.
So you have to really just wait for your car to heat up.
Which, by the way, a warning, don't leave your car outside unlocked with the keys in the ignition. See it every year. A lot of cars get stolen that way.
Yeah, especially this time of the year, too. It's unfortunate. So, yeah, be careful out there. Allow for a little extra time, but you're probably going to have some frost on the windshield. It is very humid out, considering the temperature. Humidity at 81%, and the numbers here, 33 degrees. So, definitely a frosty and a chilly one this morning. Northern Mountains starting off a little bit colder. Tesuque at 29. Up at Harita Mesa, we're starting off at 30 there. Dulce at 20, and then up at Red River, the mid-20s. Taos at 21. Angel Fire down to 15, one of the colder spots as usual. And then out toward Las Vegas, starting off in the mid-20s this morning. Skies right now partly cloudy, so we're going to see a mix of sun and clouds to start off the day. We could get a little bit more in the way of sunshine later as this batch of clouds kind of pushes on through, but do expect some of that around. These are mainly high and mid-level clouds, so they're not the kind to bring us any rain or snow. Meanwhile, out east, we have lower clouds, and this is usually indicative of fog and some of those lower clouds that maybe even some freezing fog for some of you. But right now, visibilities haven't been impacted by it too much. So just be aware that down the southeast, you may run into a little bit of that fog, but it should be lifting out pretty quickly, especially as winds are changing direction right now, becoming a little more westerly, and that's going to help kind of push some of the fog out, and it'll push those clouds out too. In fact, we'll see a lot more sunshine later on once we get through the morning out across eastern New Mexico, where it may look a little dreary right now. It will be a dry day today. We'll continue to see temperatures warm across central and eastern New Mexico. Meanwhile, it'll be a little cooler back to the west, but definitely not feeling as chilly as it did yesterday in the east or the central part of the state, because we're not going to have that wind around, and we're also going to be a few degrees warmer. Yesterday was pretty brutal early in the day with that wind. Next storm system starts to move in later on this week. In fact, tomorrow we're going to have a front coming in that could bring in a little bit of light snow for the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. As of right now, compared to what it looked like earlier this week, it doesn't look like it's going to bring in a whole lot of snow. So later this week, we'll try to get a little bit of patchy snow here and there Friday into early Saturday for the northern mountains. Breezes will pick up, and then we have one more disturbance that could move in for the second half of the weekend that could bring in a better chance for a little more snow for the Four Corners and up in the northern part of the state. Meanwhile, central and southern New Mexico looking mainly dry, just dealing with the wind, and of course this system, as it will take more of a southerly dip, and it'll be more a stronger system than the weak couple of systems that are going to be moving back to the north. That'll also bring in another big cool down, so expect temperatures to take another dip going into the early part of next week. Here's a look at the visibilities right now in some areas that could be encountering some fog. Ruidoso, that showing up as 0 visibility. Santa Fe at 1 mile, Las Vegas at 3. So just keep in mind there may be a little bit of patchy fog here and there in those areas. East Mountains also may be dealing with that too. It was the humidity is up there this morning. Southern Colorado, sunshine. And we will continue with the milder conditions, a little bit cooler today, but not bad. Highs in the mid-50s down to the 20s tonight. And then watching for unsettled weather beginning late Friday and sticking around through the weekend and perhaps even into the start of Monday. We're talking the chance for some rain Friday and then mainly snow as we go through the weekend and early next week. And the temperatures, of course, taking a dip as well. Your forecast for northwest New Mexico, and temperatures here in the low 60s, not bad at all, feeling really nice. Just a few clouds from time to time. We'll start to get the chilly stuff over the weekend. Southwest New Mexico, upper 50s, so cooling off from yesterday and partly cloudy skies, but we should try to get a little more sunshine going later today. For the southeast, partly cloudy skies, then clearing out for the afternoon. Highs in the middle and upper 50s, so warming up from yesterday, and without all the wind, it's going to feel nice, but get ready for 70s after today, and that's going to feel a lot nicer for you. Over in the northeast, clearing skies here as we get through the morning. Winds a lot lighter, temperatures in the low to mid 60s, feeling a lot nicer for you too. Northern mountains, watching for temperatures in the upper 40s for Red River, 52 over in Angel Fire, Chama in the mid-50s, Los Alamos in the mid-50s, and so we're going to be looking at temperatures again on the cool side, but not as chilly as yesterday. Santa Fe in the low 50s. We'll warm things up a bit tomorrow, and then we'll watch for a few showers for our mountains late Thursday night and early Friday. East Mountains highs in the mid-50s with the potential for a little fog this morning, but that will clear out quickly. And a look at your forecast for the metro, we're talking upper 50s for highs with the possibility of a little fog, and then mainly just dealing with the frost this morning. Overnight lows back down into the 30s, and then your 7-day forecast looking at temperatures warming up a bit, low to mid-60s over the next few days, and then another cool down as we go towards the start of next week.
All right, sounds good, Kristen. Thank you very much.